So there's all these Democrats in Washington, and they believe the most important thing is, well, let's be civil. Let's be civil. Now, wait, you have a monster in office. Well, I'll do hashtag resistance, and maybe I'll show up to a protest or two, and I'll hide behind Bernie Sanders in a press conference. But am I going to actually fight for anything positive? Well, that would be too bold. And how about fighting Trump himself? Well, let's be civil about it. So Dianne Feinstein, a senator from California, was asked about it, and here's what she said.
Urge his resignation or impeachment.
Well, look, this man is going to be president, most likely for the rest of this term. I just hope he has the ability to learn and to change. And if he does, he can be a good president. And that's my hope. I have my own personal feelings about it. Yeah, I understand how you feel. I understand how you feel.
No, you don't. I don't think you understand how we feel at all. So look, I don't need to put words in her mouth. She doesn't have to say any kind of particular magic sentence. And they always paint progressives as unreasonable or not practical, and we must have certain, words that are recited, policies that are litmus tests, etc. No, look, if you said, hey, right now there's not grounds for impeachment, but they're doing an investigation, let's let the investigation happen. If it turns out he did anything that's criminal, well, obviously that would be grounds for impeachment, but let's let that investigation conclude. Nobody's gonna get on you for that. Nobody's demanding that you grab a pitchfork and do impeachment immediately, or some people might, but that's not the majority of the folks, and that's not the heart of the question. And if you said, hey, look, there are things I could work with Donald Trump on if, and this is a giant, giant if he actually means it. For example, he wants to spend $1 trillion on infrastructure. If he's trying to sell off our highways to the highest bidder, and then we have to pay tolls forever, no, the answer is no, under no circumstances. If he actually wants to spend $1 trillion on improving infrastructure, then the answer would be yes. Those are reasonable answers. But when you come in and you go, I think that he can learn, and if he learns, he's gonna be a good president. Oh, no, he's not capable of learning, you know that. It's not like Feinstein looked at Trump and thinks, well, this guy could be a really solid president. I mean, if at the age of 70 some odd years old, he can begin to learn, then boy, he'll turn it around. No, the reason she says that is because Democrats in Washington have been taught, obey. Don't fight back too hard. Under any and all circumstances, be civil. The most important rule is be civil. So in a situation where you have a president who equates white supremacists, neo-Nazis, and the Klan with their counter-protesters, some of whom were murdered by those neo-Nazis, you don't have to be that civil. Look, I'm not telling you to curse, and sometimes Democrats do that because they feel like, ooh, I get some kudos for street cred for cursing without actually having to do any of the policy changes, right? But you can tell these old senators, they're not gonna fight the Republicans, they're not gonna fight them, because they've been taught and they have learned, you know what, nice and easy, nice and easy. Oh, maybe he could be a good president. So after she catches a lot of political heat, she then puts out a statement. While I'm under no illusion that it's likely to happen and will continue to oppose his policies, I want President Trump to change for the good of the country. They're never, ever gonna learn. You gotta get this old guard out, the people that are used to bowing their heads to Republicans, the people who are used to losing every policy fight to the Republicans, and you gotta get some fire breathers in there. And I don't mean fire breather, again, in terms of semantics or cursing or any of the preposterous stereotypes that the establishment media and the establishment Democrats have about progressives. I mean fire breathing in terms of fighting for us, fighting for policy, fighting for a higher minimum wage, fighting for free education, fighting for Medicare for all. And of course, Feinstein earlier when asked for Medicare for all, I might be, theoretically in favor of that, but we're not ready. I wouldn't want to fight the Republicans. I'm not ready. I'm not ready. My God, I mean, look, let's just put it this way. Dianne Feinstein is not in her 20s. When are you gonna gear up to fight? Which decade is that going to happen in? No, get new blood in there, man. Look, there's, right now, I don't know of a progressive candidate that would run against her in a primary. Well, boy, that would be helpful though. But whether it's her or anybody else, you got to primary these guys. You got to clean them out because they're never, ever going to fight for you. Go to justicedemocrats.com. Go to justicedemocrats.com/win. Make a difference. Fight for progressive values because these people aren't going to do it. If you like this video, you probably like independent media. The best way to support independent media, become a member of the Young Turks. tytnetwork.com/join.